What's up, REOLINK Nation? Welcome back to the channel. Got a lot of new faces. Appreciate everybody and hitting that subscribe button and the like button and the comments. I enjoy interacting with everybody, and yeah, it's been great. So today we received, well, so probably somewhere in this video you're going to see Chris picked up the last machine, got some loot, and then today we got almost 3 inches of rain in 2 hours. So we're gonna go see how the new setup's working as far as draining and everything. And this is my first time out of the house since the rain just passed, so we're gonna all see it together. Duke Energy came out and flagged where they're going to dig to run the power. So that's what these white flags are that you'll see. He told me we could move them a little bit, so Chris and I did that. Adjusted things a little bit. It's an open schedule. They kind of like when Spectrum, you know, when the cable company comes, they come between 2 and 5. Well, they come between 2 and 5 weeks. So hopefully they'll come before our soil guy comes back. But if not, then you know, we'll just have some more repair to do, but hopefully they will. And Casey the Mason, who longtime viewers have seen before, that's done brickwork out here, he came by and measured for us to put a large well house there, because the well is going to feed the main house as well. Also, because you know, up at the front we get a drop-off building for packages, so gonna have them do both those at the same time. The front we're thinking is gonna have the same brick as the post ended up getting at the gates. It's an older looking brick. They're kind of irregular bricks. And then back here we're planning on going ahead and picking out the brick for the house. It'll kind of match, so we'll see what happens with that. All right, so all this rain, it looks to me that all this did pretty well. Let's look. Let's see. It's a little more, well, did that dump dirt in there, or is that just where it kind of washed some? Well, this didn't have any dirt in it. You see that, right? So that means this was full of water at one point, since you see the debris left behind when the water went through the pipe. So we're not going to fault this pipe for not handling 3 inches of water in 2 hours. But that is more dirt in there than I would have liked to seen already. So we'll probably get the pressure washer out and blow that out. And I'll show this to Chris, see what he thinks. I mean, just because we don't have grass yet too. So a lot of that still, because he just graded all that. So you see we got some washout, filled some in here. That's not a good look. Yeah, not a lot we could have done. Till grass is established here to hold it back, and this will just be some work for the guys. We'll get down here and shovel this out and put the rip right back and blow that out with the pressure washer. Let's see what we got on this side. Yeah, so that actually did a better job. See, it's not terrible. Okay, so did its job. The road's not washed out, which of course is what we really want to prevent. And the things we have to do is just a couple little things, nothing terrible, major. So all right, let's continue our adventure, see what we got. I was smart enough to get the boat out of the water where it would have been underwater. More debris in the pond due to the storm. The pond looks a lot better, right? Got that all cleaned up. Just need to go out to the I did buy brake pads for the Ranger, so those will be being changed. There we go. Within an inch, we were down, after we filled the silt pond, we were down 6 inches, so 5 inches already. It's usually actually we were down more than 6 inches. It's usually a double at least, if not triple, but we haven't had a lot of rain lately, so the ground absorbs a lot. So I mean, almost 3 inches of rain, 5 inches, it's about a double, a little more, a little-ish. Man, I wish I would have filmed yesterday. It was beautiful. It was back to that dark bluish black color that we like. We've got about 18 inches of visibility, which is what you want when you're raising fish. It was great. So big storm events, this is what you get, and this is how it is. Once there's grass everywhere, then you know, this will be a little less of a problem, but we deal with it. This is where the transformer is going to sit that feeds the 2 houses over here. And then the line comes through here. Got to be real careful over here because this is still pretty soft, and I don't, Chris told me, okay, let me put this down. Chris told me when it rained not to drive through there, and he said we won't be going over there. Now if you look close, you can see the water still rushing in to the silt pond, so that's a good sign. That means pond should be full then in a few hours. Silt pond looks like it caught a lot of debris, but it's up, so it's close to full now. It just matches the level of the lake, so it's within an inch of where it'll be. So that turned out pretty nice. Let me go into 4-wheel drive, go across here. Just take it slow. Yeah, turned out great. See, it looks nice, grass cut. Tater and Jeff and his uncle Jeff and a guy named Donnie all came out, took care of all that, so that looks great. Looks like our mountain of dirt here held in pretty good. Silt fence is doing its job. Had a couple people ask if we put the silt fence up because of the regulations and all, and that's a no. We decided we wanted to do that to keep, you know, silt out of the pond, so it's going to be washing out of our job site. Looks like Chris's water diversion helped. The bomb shelter is a swimming pool. It's not that deep, maybe a ½ inch in there, so that's not terrible. Like I said, the rain just stopped. And Chris told me yesterday, come get my wood up. Oh well. Yeah, we'll take that every day, all day. That's not terrible at all. Huh, okay. We'll look at that runoff and over there, and ooh, I know where we can go. Let's see what our little cross, well, we'll check that out first, and then we'll go see what our little cross through trail looks like now. It's funny how much has changed. It used to be this one would run and the other one at the head end would dry up before this one. But now that my neighbor has bought that property in the corner and cleared out there, it looks like we're gonna get more runoff from there. Okay. I've had some questions on the property we're developing down the street, and I've reached out to those people that have emailed me, and we're getting ready to have a discussion. So we've been trying to decide how we're going to divide it up and getting feedback from some people, because we already had a waiting list from when we sold the 2 lots over here. So it looks like at least phase 1 is going to be all pre-sold out. That includes some of the people that have contacted me. So if you're watching this, reach out to me, I'm counting you. But I think either all phase 1 or the entire thing is going to be sold out. You know, a lot of builders around here and developers, they want to come in and maximize every inch and every dollar, and they want to, you know, put the smallest lots they can, fit in the number of houses they can and all that stuff. And that's just not what I'm about. I mean, of course I like to make money because I like to spend money, but you know, I want to kind of give a shared experience to what, you know, we found out here. And so I'm glad that we were able to get this in our community so we can help with what y'all doing? Hiding out from the rain, I guess. You know, so we can help out with keeping the community decent size lots. It's not everybody crammed in. And there were a couple of developers that reached out to me that well, I could have made some quick money just selling it straight, flipping it back to them. I think they were upset they didn't get to come in and put 80 houses in there. So it's looking like we're gonna do 10, you know, 9 lots, 10 acres each, but that might change a little bit. Like I said, we're getting some feedback. I'll go. So we did get a little bit of rain in here. The duck is a little sad. I need to give it a little bit more air, but it's done a great job with getting rid of the crane or the herring, the blue herring. That blue herring does not like the yellow rubber ducky. All right, so final test. Let's see how our little road did over here, because it was non-traversable after storms. I mean, I'm sure it's not super packed in yet, but so we may not even go down it, but I do want to see how well it handled the drainage. Let's see. There you go. Yeah, it looks pretty good. You see it, if you look close, you see it's still running in. So that ditch that, so Chris raised this road probably five feet or so in the middle, and it's all running right down that hill like it's supposed to. So all the water that drains off from the subdivision goes into a retention pond that's just beyond those trees. They used to dump out here and just kind of flood this area. So now it all comes down there, goes to that pipe, flows through, and goes into the ditch that comes from the overflow of the little pond and goes down there. So we'll see some more action out of that pipe I crossed down there once it kind of finds its way. During this winter, we're going to try and clean it up a little bit for more of a defined path, but I don't know how successful we'll be with all the trees. I mean, overall, I am pretty happy with how all that went. Good to see everybody. A quick update on that. Some of the things that are coming is I've got the former drain product ordered and on the way. So once it comes in, we'll be putting the footers in for the ICF house. We'll have all that going on. Then I've got to put all the plumbing that goes in before the slab and everything, get that ready, the rough in. So lots of action along that route. Chris will be back with the soil guy so we can get some green grass finally. And he's going to also be doing another little project for me. And we'll have some updates as we go along on the 90 acres. The soil guy is going to be out there in a couple of weeks, so I'll video some of that. It's funny, the groups. So Miss Beelygood pointed out to me today, there's chickens that live with the geese and that one duck. They all stay out in the rain and love it. So they follow, you know, the geese and the ducks lead. All the other chickens in the back, they kind of all hide, you know, from the rain. It's kind of funny. I guess my chickens think they're waterfowl.
This is a life that I wanted to live. So many things that I wanted to give. And I'd give them all back for you. This is the sound of my dreams coming true. Now I'm one step further from you. And I'd walk right back for you. I'm bathed in shining lights, famous friends and crazy nights. This is American fame. All of the praise and the blame, all of the crowds and the press. All I feel is loneliness. This is American bliss. All it took was a kiss. All I gave was my heart, and it's tearing my world apart. It's tearing my